City Council is cracking down on dog breeders. There are new rules, but your dog could be impacted too.
There are numerous commercial dog breeders in Bakersfield that are profiting on mass-produced designer dogs.
Emma Goss spoke to the City Council members and Bakersfield SPCA about the new regulations to stop overpopulation. Emma?
Dave, Rochelle, City Council wants to enforce mandatory spaying and neutering for any animal that comes to the shelter more than once.
It's so easy to make money off of it. Kids are doing it. And when I say kids, I mean like late teens, early 20s. Oh, I can make hundreds of dollars if I breed my pitty. So it's not even just breeders.
Backyard and kennel breeding has become big business in Bakersfield, and the SPCA says more needs to be done to regulate it.
The conditions in which these animals specifically are kept, this is not mom and dad breeding. These animals they live their life in a small cage for the purposes of breeding. We have had to cut dogs out of cages just to cut them loose. They've never walked on ground.
A proposed city ordinance on its way to City Council for approval could fix the problem by literally fixing animals that end up in the shelter more than once.
If it's the second time that animal has been impounded at the shelter for whatever reason, that animal will be spayed or neutered regardless.
The SPCA says some breeders release their dogs into the streets to try to impregnate them. Sometimes they get them back, but many times their dogs end up in the shelter.
That is really a huge problem. Unfortunately, we have seen many dogs come into our shelter facility that are past their breeding prime and are still pregnant. And these dogs are older. These dogs are 8, 9 years old. And to think that they're pregnant at that age it's horrible.
But what about the dogs that come to the shelter that aren't associated with breeding?
But the question moving forward is, do we spay and neuter animals before redemption, regardless of what the owners want?
And a second ordinance heading to City Council for a vote is one that requires breeder permits for any commercial property that has more than one litter of puppies per year. Reporting in studio, Emma Goss, Eyewitness News.